Welcome to the Great American Collectibles Show. Heard Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern on PSAcard.com and the PSA Facebook page. The Great American Collectibles Show is brought to you by PSA and the National Sports Collectors Convention. Tonight's headlines are brought to you by Sports Collectors Daily. For all of your hobby news, features, and more, visit sportscollectorsdaily.com. And now, your hosts, Tom Zappola and Rico Petroselli.
Okay, folks, we are broadcasting live, I repeat, live from Lake Placid, Florida. Beef O'Brady's in beautiful, the middle of Florida, Rico. We're
Very
in the middle
nice.
of Florida. My name is Tom Zappola. I'm with Red Sox Hall of Famer Rico Petroselli.
Yeah.
And the reason we're broadcasting from here is because Rico lives in Sarasota. I live in Palm Beach. This is a great halfway spot. Yeah. And the folks here are great. Gibby and the gang here are great, so we're broadcasting from here tonight. We got a good show lined up. We are broadcasting back to Boston. To WCAP up in the Boston area on radio or on Facebook Live. We have our live podcast nationally, so everybody's kind of looking at us tonight. So that's
we got terrific people here.
Great,
by the way,
great bunch of
before
people.
Grady is great food. You have a nice time. Come down. If you're ever in the area,
come on
stop
by.
in,
Come on
really.
by. Buy us a burger. Do something. All right, listen. Before we talk about our guests, these are our headlines, and this is kind of a log headline because it means.
Well, go ahead. I'll take a nap. Don't worry about it.
The Great American Collectibles Show featuring Red Sox Hall of Famer Rico Petroselli and hobby author, radio host Tom Zappola is launching a fundraiser in support of the Jimmy Fund Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston, Massachusetts. The fundraiser will take place on Wednesday, March 6th, next week, during a special 2-hour live broadcast of the Great American Collectibles Show from Boston's on the beach in Delray Beach, Florida, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The evening's events will include a live auction of sports memorabilia on eBay for charity, a silent auction, and surprise appearances by sports celebrities, guests. 100% of all the proceeds are going to go to the Jimmy Fund. Primary charity of the Boston Red Sox, the Jimmy Fund, has been committed to one mission since it started in 1947. That mission is to provide the best treatment available today to children with cancer, while developing tomorrow's cures through one innovative research. Your support will help make children's cancer a thing of the past. If you want to make a contribution, go to TomZappalaMedia.com. Tom, ZAPPALA Media.com. We want to thank our lead sponsors, PSA, eBay, the National Sports Collectors Convention, all of our good sponsors. The Boston Red Sox have been fantastic. So it's going to be a great, great, great show. So make sure you listen to us. And for more hobby news, features, and much more, visit sportscollectorsdaily.com. Rico, baby.
Great.
All right,
great
so
company.
tonight we've got Logan Ward. Tonight we're talking a little NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy is like the NASCAR Hall of Famer in the hobby. We're going to be talking to Logan Ward. We're going to be talking to David Hunt for a few minutes from Hunt Auctions at 20 after 6. David's got a big auction coming up. And then we're going to be talking to our friend Derek Grady, good friend Derek Grady from Heritage Auctions. But before we that, we have some giveaways for the good folks tonight here.
You breathing?
I am. But here's our trivia question for our folks out in Radio Land and TV Land. This pitching stud.
Oh, this is a trivia, yeah.
Yeah. This pitching stud threw a complete 16-inning game against the Braves. Who was it?
16. Well, what era?
I'm not going to say.
All right, no.
This
last year, Rico.
This pitching stud.
What era?
Threw a complete 16-inning game. Yeah, really. Who threw a complete? When was the last time someone threw a 16-inning complete game, Louis? Right?
Yeah.
This pitching stud threw a complete 16-inning game against the Braves. Who was it? If you guess it, you win. Guess what you're going to win? This is a neat one.
Yeah, sure.
This is a Manny Machado, PSA 9, graded 9. This card is a great card from it's a 2017 Topps. Manny Machado, mint 9. You guess it.
It's probably worth about $300 million, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. This pitching stud threw a complete 16-inning game against the Braves. Holy Jesus, we already have a winner.
What?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have
Why
a winner.
is it unbelievable? We got some smart people out there. Who is it?
Zach Allen guessed Nolan Ryan. He's wrong, but Rondell Rosado guessed Juan Marichal. You are absolutely right. Rondell, it was Juan Marichal. There's a guy that knows his stuff. Wow. You already win.
Oh, yes.
You know what to do. Text us, and we'll get the card out to you. All right, let's talk to our guest for the evening. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the Jimmy Fund event next week, but let's talk to our good pal, Logan Ward, PSA Hall of Fame, set registry, NASCAR guru. How are you, Logan?
I'm doing fine, fellas. How you guys doing?
Good.
Logan, I just want to mention to Tom, Sebring is Sebring's about, 15 miles from here?
Yeah, right around the corner. Sebring Racetrack.
That's not NASCAR, guys.
That's not NASCAR, right? Yeah. That's what I was thinking. But
no,
I was just...
They do a lot of road courses there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right near Sebring.
We're in it.
All right, so let's cut to the chase here. You have an incredible 6,000 PSA-related items. First of all, Logan, how did you get started?
Well, started with PSA. I actually went to the National in Chicago in 2005, and I thought it would be kind of neat to get some racing cars graded. You know, I had some early NASCAR cards, and I thought, well, maybe I get some 10s. I don't know, and I think I submitted maybe 10 cards or 12 cards, whatever the special was, and from then on, it was just on for me. I loved it.
I'll tell you, it's exciting. I've gone, my wife and I, family have gone up to New Hampshire Speedway and caught NASCAR and also Indy cars, too. And what an experience it is. I tell you, it is fabulous.
All right, so before we get into your collection, let's talk a little NASCAR. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a NASCAR expert by any stretch of the imagination. I know Mario Andretti and those guys.
Well,
but... So, give us a little NASCAR. Go ahead. Oh, Louis is a NASCAR guy,
Talladega.
though. Lou, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, Louis is a NASCAR guy. Logan, so in NASCAR, if I had to say, okay, who are the top 3 drivers of all time? Who would they be?
For me, it would be Richard Petty, David Pearson, and probably Dale Earnhardt.
Definitely Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt.
That's the dad, the father.
Yeah. So you have 6,000 cards. So let's go right to the beginning. The first NASCAR card. Do you still have it, and what was it?
The first NASCAR card I had graded.
Yeah.
It was a 1988 Max Bill Elliott card, and it got a 10. Believe it or not, I still have it. It's in my collection.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
How many Indy 500s have you been to?
I've only ever been to one. I went several years ago with my buddy Val. We went up there. There was actually a Indy Collectibles show, and I was able to find some really nice NASCAR autographs and things at an Indy show. So, yeah, we went up there for that.
Yeah, that's not NASCAR, Tom. That's
no
open wheel.
Wait. Indy 500 is
Indy,
not NASCAR?
no,
It's
that's
not
the
NASCAR.
Indianapolis 500. Anyway, Logan.
They do run a race up there called the Brickyard 400, but
Yeah.
the Indy 500 is an open wheel race.
All right, I just learned something, Louis. Thank you.
No, I wanted to ask him, like baseball, you have Babe Ruth cards. They're worth a lot, and bats and so on. What's the equivalent? Not necessarily the same, they're worth the same thing, but what's the equivalent in NASCAR cards? Is there some that are big time, big money?
Yeah, some of the very first cards that came out were the 1972 STP cards. And you guys know who Andy Granatelli is. He's the guy who founded STP.
Yeah.
He had He had an 11-card set created in 1972, and they were just kind of handouts. So a lot of people just threw them away, and now they're very, very hard to find, and some of them are extremely rare.
Really?
If we had to put a value on your NASCAR collection, could you share that with us?
Wow, I've really never thought about that because I usually just collect for fun. On my NASCAR collection, if I got PSA cards, did my regular cards and all the other things I collect, it's probably, I don't know, maybe $250,000. I don't know. That'd be my guess.
Now, what about non race car cards? I mean, what else do you collect?
Well, I live in Tennessee. Bo Jackson played ball in Memphis in his minor league days. So I collect a little bit of Bo Jackson. I like King Griffey Jr., Brian Bosworth, those guys. That's just a few of the non-racing guys I collect.
No baseball.
I'm sorry?
No baseball?
Just a very little bit.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, your first love is NASCAR, and I tell you, Tom, if you go to one,
I've never been to one,
it's
Rico.
amazing. And the amount of people there, it's like 100,000 people in New Hampshire, and of course,
110 in New Hampshire,
tracks.
250,000 at Daytona.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, it's the Great American Party. It's a great time. It's
So wait a second.
one of
When
those
is it-
events.
Louis, the Daytona is about 2 hours from me. Is it worth going up there sometime?
Oh God, yes.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
To see the 500, you got to see
Yeah.
a 500. Yeah.
When is the Daytona 500 typically?
Middle of February.
You're
Yeah, it was
kidding
just a
me.
couple weeks ago.
Oh, I
Yeah.
may do that.
Well, next year you can go. But I'll go with you.
Logan, do you collect any?
No, I won't.
Do you collect memorabilia besides cards? For example, I know
yeah.
in the industry, die-cast cars, things like that. I even have a few of them kicking around, and I have a Rusty
Yes.
Wallace lug nut. Actually,
Wallace.
I do. I covered a race up in New Hampshire and spent most of it in Rusty Wallace's pit. Actually,
Really?
Oh, that's cool. That's great.
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there
I've got
ahead.
diecast cars, tickets, programs, autographs, publications, you name it. I collect it. If it's NASCAR, I'm on it.
From covering NASCAR, guys, NASCAR drivers are like hockey players. They are incredibly accessible. They are fun. They will talk to anybody. They'll have a blast with you. They'll treat you with respect. Covering a NASCAR race is a blast. It's an
So
absolute
you've done
blast.
that, Lou?
Yeah, I've done a couple of them.
Really?
They'll also get a little angry at,
Each other.
At each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
sometimes, yeah. They're just
Right.
like
Oh, yeah.
hockey players, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see a fight from time to time.
Logan, is there any value in Dale Earnhardt Jr. autographs?
Oh yes, yeah. He's I forget how many times he's been the most popular driver, but until he retired last year, he was the most popular driver. Gosh, I'm thinking 12. I guess since his dad passed away in 2001.
Because one of the next week we're doing a Jimmy Fund auction for the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, and one of the items that was donated to Pristine Auctions by Dale Earnhardt Jr. And it's a racing car in a box, and he signed it. So we're going to
That's
put that on the
nice.
eBay auction.
Good.
I don't know what it's going to go
Oh,
for,
he's-
but
He's popular.
Logan,
check-
it's tough
Go
for
ahead.
people. It's tough for people who aren't into NASCAR, and I always equate it to baseball because people who aren't into baseball look at baseball and they say there's just a lot of nothing going on, and that's what they say about NASCAR. Everybody's just turning left. But the race turns on lap-to-lap basis. The cars change on a lap-to-lap basis. They're 150 miles an hour, door handle to door handle. It's a great sport if you know if you know a little bit about what's going on in the sport. There's an incredible amount of strategy going on.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, you can bring a radio scanner with
Yeah.
you, and you can actually listen to the teams and listen to their strategy. You can hear them complain about other drivers. So yeah, you get a real good insight with that.
Yeah, at Daytona, guys, one of the things that you find that's interesting, you go in and you can rent. It's different now. You have phones and everything, so you can probably do it that way. But you used to be able to rent these communicators that would allow you to tune into any team's radio to hear what they were talking about during the race. Gives you live race-to-race lap times and what the standings are and things like that. And they were really ahead of a lot of the technology here at live sporting events.
Interesting. One of our viewers is asking, what are your thoughts on Joey Chitwood as a driver? Any good? Is his card worth anything?
Joey Chitwood.
Yeah.
Well, he was a stunt driver.
Yeah.
He's not currently racing or anything.
You got punked.
Jimmy Johnson.
No. I don't think so, Louis. I think because Stan Orr is as dumb as I know he's as dumb as I am when it comes to race car driving. And I remember, so Joey Chitwood was a stud car driver, right?
Yep.
Well, actually, I think it's either his son or grandson runs one of the NASCAR. I think he runs the Daytona track now. But as far as Joey Chitwood himself, he was basically a stunt driver. He had a stunt show, and that's what he did.
Now, Logan, if you go to Charlotte and you go to some of these racing hotspots, there's the sandwich company in Charlotte, and if you go into the restaurant, there are pieces of cars all over the place, usually signed, and there's a lot of debris from NASCAR races. What kind of memorabilia market is there in actual car debris?
Believe it or not, there's a pretty good market for it.
No, I do believe it. Yeah.
It's from a driver, a popular driver that won a race, and you can get some sheet metal or some tires or something off of his car. It's worth a little bit of money. I've got a few hoods, some tires, some quarter panels. I've even got a couple years ago, Carl Edwards. He went into the fence at Talladega, and I've got the bumper off of that car.
Really?
Those are nice. See?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, fans of NASCAR, let's face it. But I wanted to ask you, you come across other collectors, too, of NASCAR? And how about the competition? Do you have any competition in that, or rivals in that PSA set registry?
Yeah, on the registry, most of the guys are my friends. I've got one or two rivals that I don't think they like me very much. But
really,
that means you're good.
But most of the guys are my friends. In fact, one of my best friends on there, his name is Val, and he lives in Charlotte, or in the Charlotte area. And when I go over to Charlotte, I stay with him, and we trade cards, go to the races, go to the Hall of Fame, and we have a big time. In fact, I was just over there for the NASCAR Hall of Fame induction ceremony at the end of January.
Logan, Zach on the show is asking if PSA certifies debris, pieces of cars.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that. Now, if you had it autographed or something, you might be able to get something done that way. But as far as certifying a piece of the car, no, it would be hard for them to figure that out. Usually when you get a piece of the car, these days the teams will put some kind of certificate of authenticity on the back of it with like a sticker and saying it's from this race and this day and everything and this driver.
Is there a source for them? In other words, hopefully you're not catching a piece of debris in a crowd. Is there a source to go to these teams for what they tear off the cars?
Yeah, I mean, most teams, a lot of them, they have little fan shops and little souvenir shops at their shop in Charlotte, in Mooresville. And like when I went to Charlotte a few weeks ago, I went to a couple of the teams and I actually bought a couple of small pieces of sheet metal from cars that were autographed by the drivers.
That's great. Yeah.
Interesting.
The autograph.
We're chatting with Logan Ward. We're going to throw out a question to our audience in a couple of minutes. We have a free giveaway tonight. We got some nice stuff we're going to be giving out. We'll do it during the commercial break.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask Logan about the hat. What is that all about, the hat? Do you still have it?
Are you talking about Tom's T206 hat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still got it. In fact, I'm looking at it right now.
No kidding.
When we were in, where was that, in Chicago or was it in Cleveland or Atlantic City? I don't remember, Logan.
I think it was Atlantic City.
We were in Atlantic City, and somebody gave me a beautiful T206 cowboy hat, but I couldn't fit it in my luggage or on the plane, so Logan, when I were chatting, I handed it to him, and
nice.
He's getting good use out of it, so I'm glad to hear that.
That's great.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's a neat little item.
I'm sorry, say that again?
It's a neat little item.
Yeah, no, it really is. It really is.
Did you have your photo on it, Tom?
No, I didn't. Oh, yeah. You're not a T206 guy, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, listen, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a break now. During the commercial break, we have a giveaway for the audience here. We're chatting with Logan Ryan. Logan Ryan. Logan Ryan was the defensive back for the Patriots.
I know.
Logan Ward. Logan
Football.
Ward, and we're going to chat a little bit with David Hunt from Hunt Auctions, and then we'll get back to Logan. So hang in there. We're going to be right back.
My name is Davis. On March 6th, the Great American Collectibles Show will be broadcasting a special 2-hour fundraiser from Boston's On the Beach in Delray, Florida to raise money for the Jimmy Fund and to help stamp out cancer in kids. Please make a pledge to help us win the fight. We are all touched by cancer and we can win. The Jimmy Fund is the official charity of the champion Red Sox. By supporting the fundraiser, we can all be champs. Stay tuned for more details, but please reserve the date. Thank you.
Hi, this is Rico Petroselli. Like my friend Davis says, let's stamp out kids' cancer. You can make your donation right now by going to TomZappalaMedia.com. That's Tom Zappala, Z-A-P-P-A-L-A, TomZappalaMedia.com. Please support us.
My power's turned up. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll blow my lights on.
Since 1996, Brian Drent and the staff at Denver's Mile High Card Company have led the charge in the collectibles hobby. Mile High is a full-service dealer specializing in buying and selling cards and offers a competitive consignment program for all collectors. Whether it be their computerized want list service, appraisals, or auction services, Mile High has it all. If you've been searching for a company with a selection of high-grade vintage 1888 to 1970 baseball cards and memorabilia that shares your passion, aim high, Mile High. Go to milehighcardco.com or call 303-840-2784 for more information.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rico Petroselli, and I'm very excited to talk to you about our new partner, Panini America. Panini America is the world leader in licensed sports and entertainment collectibles, and we're proud to have them as the official trading card of the Great American Collectibles Show. When it comes to modern trading cards of your favorite players, Panini America leads the way in terms of innovation, design, creativity, value, and fun. From landmark brands such as Donruss, Prism, and Contenders to high-end juggernauts like Flawless, National Treasures, and Immaculate, Panini America delivers the hottest trading cards of the biggest names in the NBA, NFL, MLB, PA, NASCAR, soccer, and college. When you want to collect the best, collect Panini America. Ask for it at your local hobby shop or at mass retailers like Target and Walmart. And you can always find Panini America online at icollectpanini.com. Panini America, who do you collect? How would you like to own the bat that was used by your favorite player when he hit that towering home run or game-winning base hit? Well, look no further than JT Sports, specializing in the sale and authentication of professional game-used bats. As the official authenticators of professional model game-used bats for PSA DNA, JT Sports will guarantee the authenticity of any bat purchased from them. JT Sports also buys and sells game-worn uniforms, gloves, and baseball equipment. The unique quality of the collectible is what JT Sports is all about. Give them a call at 609-487-8003 or check them out at GameUseBats.com.
This is Brian Drent, president of Mile High Card Company. Is your sports card and memorabilia collection properly insured? For easily replaced personal property, homeowners insurance is all most people need. But for prized possessions that you may have spent a lifetime collecting, it doesn't go nearly far enough. Collectibles Insurance Services has been insuring for over 50 years. They offer a full range of protection and a $0 deductible at an affordable rate with no appraisals required. I know because they insure my collection. If you have a minute, go to collectinsure.com and learn more about insuring your personal card or memorabilia collection.
Since 2008, PWCC has tracked card collecting data and proven that investment caliber cards are the way of the collecting future. If you click on pwccmarketplace.com, you'll have all the information needed to make wise decisions. PWCC's comprehensive tracking and sales metrics demonstrate that trading cards have outperformed the S&P 500 by more than 200% with a return on investment of 153%. PWCC believes that trust is the bedrock of the trading card marketplace, and they will handle every trade with the highest level of integrity and care. Create an account to join their mailing list and gain full access to PWCC's suite of investor tools, including the PWCC indices and auction history sales database. It's all about the analytics, and you'll have them at your fingertips. Learn more by going to their new website, pwccmarketplace.com. Whether you are buying or selling, you'll now have all the tools that you'll need to make that educated decision. That's pwccmarketplace.com, providing analytics that investors can depend on.
Okay, we are back. We are broadcasting back to Boston, Massachusetts. We're on the internet, across the country. My name is Tom Zappala with Red Sox Hall of Famer Rico Petroselli. We are broadcasting from Beef O'Brady's in the middle of Florida, Lake Placid, Florida. Before we bring our guest in, Dave Hunt, we're going to have a giveaway, a couple of giveaways tonight for the audience here, just to kind of keep people active. Louis, can we have a little eBay music? Let's go.
Where's the music?
We can hear it.
You hear? Can you hear the music?
I can hear the music.
Okay. There you go. Oh, very nice. Yeah, 1920s. But I want to talk about our good friends at eBay. Very important. Next week, the Great American Collectibles shows will be holding a special eBay auction to raise money for our friends at the Jimmy Fund, Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. The auction will run on eBay from March 3rd through March 10th. And we got a lot of kids in the audience today. And the Jimmy Fund is a clinic for children. But finding a cure for children will find a cure for adults as well.
Correct.
But let me give you some examples of the fabulous items that have been donated for the auction from our friends across the country. How about a signed Nolan Ryan rookie card coming from Nolan Ryan himself?
Nolan Ryan donated a rookie card to us, signed by him with the help of our good friend Louis Blasi and our good friend Leighton at Vintage Breaks. We have a signed Nolan Ryan rookie card. What else, Rick?
Well, we got one of Ted Williams' personal fishing rods. Now, when he was with Sears.
Right, but that was donated to us by the Ted Williams Museum, one of his personal fishing rods.
Absolutely. We're also offering a beautiful Ty Cobb signed check, game-used Red Sox memorabilia, signed baseballs, NFL signed memorabilia, and non-sports treasures from the Disney Company, all signed and authenticated.
If that's not enough, we have one of Ted Williams' personal bats, a game-used bat from Sox All-Star, Kevin Youkilis, items from David Price signed, Brock Holt, and my favorite, as Louis knows, Jackie Bradley Jr., and let's not forget an original Hall of Fame pin from the Chubb Feeney collection for the induction of Yaz and Johnny Bench.
Yes, nice, great stuff. Now, we're asking for your help, folks. To bid, you can go to TomZappalaMedia.com. T-O-M, of course, Tom Zappala, Z-A-P-P-A-L-A, media.com. Hit the eBay icon, and it will take you right to eBay. As a matter of fact, you can go there now to preview some of the items.
Right. They're all on Tom Zappala Media. Not all of them, but 95% of them are on. You can check out.
A lot of good stuff.
Everything is going live on Sunday of this week, and it's going to go right through March 10th. Okay. Let's bring in a guy that's been real good to us, David Hunt. Rico and I had the pleasure of doing the Philly show with David and Joe Drellick. David, how are you, my friend?
Hello, Dave.
How are you guys?
Good. How you doing? How's everything?
Very well. Busy, really busy year for us, just coming out of our NFL Super Bowl partnership event that we do each year, which is it's a great event, but it's 2 weeks long, so it's a very long trip for sure.
God,
but now we're headed into baseball season and getting excited.
Well, listen, you have an absolutely phenomenal auction coming up. Why don't you first of all give us the dates?
Yeah, it's next Wednesday, March 6th, and it really is a special group of stuff. We've been really privileged over the several decades we've done this to handle a lot of different collections. But for what this is, it's which is primarily focused on vintage photography. It's among the best that's ever been sold by anybody. It's a really, really incredible group.
I'm looking here, 30 original Kyle Horner baseball cap photographs. Are you kidding me? How did you get
It's wild. I think in the 27 years I've done this, and I'm not going to be precise about this, but if I've had an auction where we had 3 or 4 Carl Horner cabinets, I might be right. There might have been 1 or 2, but you never ever see that many. It's unprecedented. It's just an amazing group of stuff.
You got a shoeless Joe Jackson photograph. I got a question. Did they ever take a photograph with shoeless Joe without his shoes? Did they ever see that?
No.
I've never seen it. That would be unbelievable.
Shoeless Joe.
You'd think there would be one, actually, but no. Yeah. I've not seen that one.
David, I have one of Rico and Joe together, arm in arm.
And I had shoes on.
Tell us about the. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
Well, I think what's neat about this photography is whether it's a Joe Jackson or a Babe Ruth or one of these icons that we're talking about that's worth thousands of dollars, there's also a lot, and I mean hundreds, of really, really cool and interesting imagery from, the 19th century all the way up to the 1970s that are a few $100s. And that's something neat that, a lot of your listeners can, if you want to get started in that market, which is absolutely one of the hottest areas of collecting right now, vintage photography, this is a great way to do it from an iconic single-owner collection and get started somewhere.
Well, it's important that our listeners and viewers understand what David just said, because we get calls all the time, David. Sometimes some of our viewers and some of our listeners, they get a little frustrated because, the average guy can't spend $50, $60, $70, $100,000 on an item.
Yeah.
And again, we call it the 80-20 rule, and, there's got to be something affordable for them, and you're offering it here.
Well, that's something that, honestly, we are really proud of. In again, the 27 years we've done this, every auction we've had since then, even the Joe DiMaggio collection, Ted Williams collection, whatever it may be, yes, it's a business. We enjoy having things that are 10,000, 50, 100, whatever it is, 1,000. But in every auction we've ever done, and I mean bar none, there are things that are 150, 250, 400. And people ask us, I've had that question openly asked me, by people in the industry, why do you do that? You don't need to do that. Why do you bother with that? That's the wrong way to approach it. I think that's a lot of what's wrong with this industry is you have to remember it doesn't matter how much money you have to start somewhere. You have to gain a base and understanding of how to do it.
Exactly.
And I remember years ago when we were just starting out, that certain things were a lot of money then that aren't now, but it's not relevant. You can have a really interesting, cool piece that's $300 or $400, and you can still sell something that's $150,000 2 lots later.
Can a collector pay on time?
That's a good question.
Well, that is a good question. To be honest with you, it is possible, yes, but within reason. That's the only thing that we do have to have some parameters on. Mostly just because of bookkeeping. As you can imagine, with thousands and thousands of lots we sell each year, if we were allowing payments on something that's $200 or $300 or $400, it's not feasible. But if somebody's buying something that's more significant and they want to work out a payment plan, it is something we've done. Yes, absolutely.
With interest, right? I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, a little big, right?
Yeah, no, of course. But anyway, that's interesting.
I know you also have some really cool baseball cards. I'm seeing you have a 1933 Gaudy set, including a Nap Lajoie, a really rare Nap Lajoie.
LaJoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, LaJoie.
Yeah, there's a nice, it's something obviously that I think probably 80%, maybe higher of this auction is the photography collection, but there's a nice selection of sort of your normal memorabilia, if you will, like some nice autographed pieces, and the Gaudy card set was one that came into us several months ago. It's a really nice group. The Ruths are very nice. Of course, it does have the Lajoie card, which is, one of the big four that you always hear about in the industry. And, it's always fun. It's always fun to see these things come out and be able to see people get something and add to their collection that really completes something they're looking for. We enjoy it as much.
So, again, what are the dates of the auction?
It's up right now, so you can go online and bid on any. There's over 700 lots, and it culminates next Wednesday. During the day, it'll start, go pretty much all day and into the evening.
All right.
And it's a live internet auction, so it's not one of our. We do live auctions, as people know, where you can attend in person. But this is a live internet auction, so it will be bid on lot by lot, sort of live auction style, but it's not one you can physically attend to.
And give us the website address.
If you go to huntauctions.com, they're all up there. And again, we really encourage people to take a look at this one. This one really is a special group. We've had more buzz about this particular auction than any we've had in several years. It's a pretty exciting group.
All right. Well, congratulations, David, and wish you the best with the auction going forward.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for having me on.
You too.
Dave Hunt.
Take care, Dave.
While Louis is getting our friend Logan back on, let's talk about CSA shows, which is David Hunt's. CSA shows is proud to present the Chantilly show being held March 29, 30, and 31st at the Dulles Expo Center in Chantilly, Virginia, just minutes from Dulles International Airport. Celebrating over 20 years at the same location, there'll be over 300 dealers, Rico, 300 exhibiting on over 100,000 square feet of space.
That's big.
With both vintage sports cards and memorabilia, as well as modern-day sports treasures, you won't have to look very far for that special card, bat, ball, or autograph. All of the major auction houses and third-party grading companies will be on hand, as well as many athletes and celebrity guests signing autographs and taking photographs with you. For more information, go to csashows.com. That's the Chantilly Show, March 29th through the 31st. See you there.
We got a lot of kids running around here. They are adorable.
Yeah, it's a crazy place tonight. They really are.
It's great. You kidding me? They are fun. I see the moms are making sure they don't get lost here, right, guys?
Let's do
But
this.
they're right.
We're bringing Logan back. Let's throw out a question. Whoever's listening, let's throw out a question to our audience here at B4
All
Breeze.
right, come on now.
This is
Trivia.
Just a simple answer. Here's the trivia question. If you know, just raise your hand. If you don't, you can look it up.
What do you have? What's the prize?
No, we're not going to tell you about
We're
the
not gonna
prize
tell
because
you?
he's one of the guys.
Okay.
So there are two former Yankees that have a direct connection right now with the Florida Marlins. Two Yankees that have a direct connection with the Florida Marlins. Who are they? If you know, raise your hand. If you don't, you can go look it up. Two Yankees that have a direct connection with the Florida Marlins. If you can guess it, you can win it. This is not for our audience back home or in Boston, but if you know the answer, you can win this nice prize.
The
Again,
Marlins.
who are the two Yankees that have a direct connection right now to the Florida Marlins?
Anything.
All right, in the meantime, let's get back to Logan Ward. Logan, can you give us a little bit about your background?
Well, I'm a network engineer. I've been a network engineer for the last 23 years. I'm a pre-sales guy. I quote networks and design networks for people.
That's great. By the way, have you ever driven? I know there was a big school for NASCAR drive. People who wanted to learn
Penny
the
experience.
A friend of mine has done it, and he loves it. Absolutely, he's incredible. But you ever try that?
Yeah. In fact, I did it in 2001 in Charlotte. I did the Richard Petty driving experience. It was 30 laps, and that car was a handful. And if people don't think race car drivers are athletes, they need to get in one of those cars and drive it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the first thing you learn is that the car answers you. You're going 150 towards a corner, and you ask the car to turn, and it says yes. And it just does it. They're incredible.
Really?
Incredible.
It is.
Yeah.
Boy, that's nice. I was in an Indy car. We were in 145.
Are you kidding? When?
No, Elsie, my wife and I, too. Yeah,
Just
it was
out for a date?
2 years ago. No, we wanted to try it, and we were guests. It was an event, and it was what a great experience. I'll tell you. And I haven't done it in NASCAR, but I would love to try it.
All right, so
Did you drive, Rico, or was it a ride-along?
No, it was right along.
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy drove and made turn. I'm talking 145 miles an hour. My God.
Yeah.
You're just stuck in the car.
All right, so Lou and Logan and maybe Rico, I don't know anything about race car driving, and I'm sure a lot of our baseball kind of card collectors don't know a lot about it. Yeah. So what's the difference between the guys that drive at Sebring and the guys that drive at Indy, for instance? Someone explain that to me.
The difference in them? What do you mean? The driving?
The difference in the cars.
Oh, of course. Go ahead, guys.
Well,
Logan, Lou?
The Sebring cars, those are like experimental cars, or they're custom-made cars for and they have fenders and everything. The Indy cars are open-wheel cars, and that's probably the biggest difference right there.
But they're designed to race. They're built to race. Stock cars are supposed to be approximations of actual stock cars. Of course, they've evolved, and they're not as close as you would think, but they're much closer than the Sebring cars and the F1 cars and the open-wheel cars. They're supposed to be, again, approximations of mass-made cars.
Really?
Yeah. It's amazing.
And originally they were.
Logan, what are your, tell us your 2, 3, 4 most valuable cards.
Probably my '72 Fred Lorenzen STP card is one of them. Also have a 1989, or actually 1988, Dale Earnhardt senior card made by Max. And probably the other one would be, it's a strange card. It's a cover card that was on top of the pack, but since they were on top of the packs, they got, damaged and things. And I have one of them that's the only known example of PSA 10. That's how hard it is.
I wanted to ask you, what advice would you give a person who's really interested in NASCAR, loves it?
A new collector.
Yeah, a new collector. What would advice?
How does he start? He start? Good question, Rico. For an old
well, Panini is, who's a good friend of the show.
Yeah.
They make NASCAR cards. That's a good place to start. Of course, eBay is a good place to start looking. That's to me, that would be the two best places to start doing it.
Do the tracks have do they have cards that are for sale?
Good question.
The tracks, they've got souvenir haulers for all the different drivers, and some of the haulers, they do sell cards in the hauler for people to buy. Yeah. In fact, it's funny you say that, because the very first mass production NASCAR cards were made in 1988, and they were only sold at the time out of the haulers from the drivers in Talladega.
Oh.
So that's where they started.
That's an interesting field.
It really is.
A collection of. There's been some great drivers over the years. How about Jimmy Johnson? I mean, he's won so much.
Jimmy Johnson, the coach?
Oh boy.
No, and they
Logan. See,
I thought he would coach for Dallas.
yeah, he did. Yeah, but he on the side moonlighted on the racetrack. He loved NASCAR.
Yeah, that's Jimmy with a Y. We have Jimmy with an IE.
I get you.
And it really has a parallel story to the Patriots, because Jimmy Johnson and his crew chief have won six or seven championships, Logan. Seven?
Yeah.
Seven. And they just broke up this year. It would be like Brady and Belichick breaking up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Sure.
Logan, tell us about your experience at PSA, at the registry, at the luncheon. Was it at the luncheon that you got a nice award?
Yeah, this past year at the National, at the PSA luncheon,
we were there.
I was inducted into the PSA Collector Hall of Fame, and to me, that's, aside from my son being born, I think that's the biggest, greatest honor of my life. It's really, since I'm a lifelong collector, I started collecting when I was 10, which would be 1970.
Wow.
So it's a big deal for me, and I'm very, very proud of it.
So
Rico
Logan,
and I happened. I don't know if you remember, but Rico and I were there, and we spoke a little bit. And all Rico did for the whole time was bitch about how soggy the fruit was.
well, you can't have that.
How about the pastry there? He didn't stop. I said,
I had
"Keep
about
going."
8 pieces of the
Oh
pastry.
my God, it was embarrassing.
Logan, help me out with DFS this weekend in Vegas. It's a tires and gas track. Who am I looking for this weekend?
In Vegas?
Yeah.
I would go with Kyle Busch. That'd be who I'd go with.
All right.
Wait a second. Lou,
Busch,
why don't you share that with us? What are you talking about?
What?
There's a
Daily
race, the
fantasy
next
sports.
Yeah.
Playing daily fantasy sports on NASCAR. Las Vegas is it's an oval. It's a tri-oval. It's a tires and gas track, which means it's a wide open track. You can run a bunch of different lanes, so the accidents are less. You have long runs between yellow flags, so it's about conserving your fuel and conserving your tires as much as you can.
Exactly.
Managing your pit
that's
stops.
great. I'll tell you, when they start the race, the power that you feel in the stadium there, track.
My first trip to the Daytona 500, I was sitting there and I was about 10 rows up from the track at that point, right down at the entrance to turn 1. And you watch people walk up, and Tom, at the track, you're walking to the stands, and there is nothing between you and these cars going 180 miles an hour than a fence.
Isn't that amazing?
And people walk up and they don't understand what's happening when the pack walks by, and these mothers walk up with their kids, and all of a sudden the pack blows the skirts up and stuff like this. It's just like it's so unbelievable. The cars are like 7 inches from you.
And they don't they take, there's no precautions there other than a fence?
They're starting. Oh yeah, but
there's plenty of precautions. Yeah, it's mostly the aerodynamics of the car.
Tony Cooper says the Bush Boys are from Vegas now. Those are Bush Boys that started Anheuser-Busch?
No.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Kyle and Kurt
The
Busch.
horses. They used to ride the horses races. Now, well, it's one good thing, boy. You really solidified your.
I know my NASCAR, baby.
No, but you should go at least once. I'm serious. Excellent, but serious.
Since you guys are in Florida,
Rico.
you've got several options. You can go to Daytona, and you can also go down to Homestead, Florida, near Miami.
No, don't do
You know,
Homestead.
those are both within an hour and a half, 2 hours of my
Homestead.
Homestead here.
Yeah, no, don't do Homestead. Do Daytona.
Now, why is that, Louis?
Homestead, flat track, very big. Again, not very tightly packed, so not a lot of action there.
Really?
Go to Daytona. Daytona, Daytona, the turns are pitched at the same as your roof on your house.
Can I tell you something? I had tickets offered to me last. You know, Big Matt, Lou.
Yeah.
A friend of mine is a director down here on the ABC affiliate.
Mm-hmm.
He offered me 2 tickets for nothing last year for Daytona. I passed on.
Oh, you didn't know
No,
anything.
it's a bucket list event. You got to do the Kentucky Derby. You got to do Daytona. You got to do the Masters. You got to do a Super Bowl. You got to do.
Well, Logan, listen. I know you're very, very, very involved with social media and Facebook.
Boy.
You don't have a website, right?
No website. My Twitter handle is @KingNASCAR, and I'm also on Facebook is just my name, Logan Ward.
Well, listen, it's been a pleasure chatting with
Great,
you.
boy. Good stuff.
Congratulations, man! Like you are the as Terry Melia and Steve Sloan said, you are the NASCAR go-to guy with PSA. So congratulations.
I'd like to see that end.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, Logan.
All right, Logan. Take care of yourself.
Take care.
Logan Ward, the NASCAR guru. Take care of yourself.
Very interesting. Very
Good guy,
interesting.
yeah.
Very nice man.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. We're going to talk with our friend Derek Grady. Then we're going to talk a little Jimmy fun. So hang in there. We'll be right back.
Mint State is a PSA authorized dealer specializing in high-grade vintage sports and non-sport cards. Established in 2002 and in its 18th year of full-time operation, we utilize an extensive network of sellers, collectors, and other dealers for the millions of dollars in collectibles we sell every year. Mint State has assisted with many of the finest collections ever assembled and offers sellers, such as the owners of the Lucky 7 Find, an attractive consignment package in addition to outright purchase. For more information, please visit mintstateinc.com or contact Rick Snyder by email at mintstate@msn.com or by telephone at 630-365-9790. Happy hunting!
When it comes to meeting a budget, Pristine Auction has something for everyone. Jared and his staff at Pristine offer several auction formats, all the way down to a daily auction. Each auction ends nightly with hundreds of lots, and by the way, all daily auctions are offered with no reserve prices. Whether it's cards, signed jerseys, sports, or non-sports memorabilia, Pristine has it all. Pristine Auction is also proud to partner with Hope Sports in Mexico. Our mission is to help those in need. That's Pristine Auction, Pristine. Simply go to pristineauction.com and begin bidding. And don't forget, mention the guys from the Great American Collectibles Show. That's Pristine Auction, meeting your collectible needs.
If you're a collector and want the best return when you sell your cards, look no further than Small Traditions. As a matter of fact, select up to 100 of your best raw cards for submission to PSA, and they will pay you for all the expensive shipping, insurance, and even the grading fees all up front. Their expert staff will screen and prepare your cards for grading and will auction your graded cards at a 0% seller's rate, subtracting only your grading fees after your successful sales. Grading may be foreign or intimidating for some, but at Small Traditions, they do the legwork. Contact the good folks at smalltraditions.com or call them at 303-832-1975. If you're looking to maximize the value of your collection, remember, Small Traditions equals big results. I guess we're back.
Yes, we are. No,
All right, listen, before we bring in our pal Derek, we got one trivia question for the audience here, and we have one nice gift to give away. So here is our trivia question. What two Yankees right now are affiliated with the Florida Marlins? What two Yankees are affiliated? Someone's got his hands up. What do you got? Jeter and Mattingly. You win, buddy. What's your name? Come on up here.
nice going.
Congratulations. What's your name? What is it? Here you go. You win a book
On Derek Jeter.
on Derek Jeter. There
Oh,
you go.
he was-
Congratulations.
Great player.
Congrats. All right, let's bring in our friend. What do you, this guy is like all over the place. What do you
Who,
think
me?
No, this is Derek.
Derek.
He's
yeah.
in Vegas.
Well, listen, the
He's in
man's
Paris.
working.
He's in Jupiter. You know, it could
China?
be. It could be in Jupiter. Derek, how are you, buddy?
Not yet. I haven't been to China yet. Doing well. How about you guys?
Have you been to Jupiter?
Yes. Jupiter, Florida?
Yeah.
I believe, yes. I haven't taken the Elon Musk trip yet to, to outer space.
Because there's a great, Jupiter, Florida here, there's a great massage parlor you may want to check out.
Oh, I didn't hear about that, yeah. Now that it's been busted once, it's probably safe, right?
Listen, tell us about, you guys got the big platinum auction coming up. Tell us about it.
Well, no, it's over now.
How did you guys do with it?
Over $9 million.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not $9.3 million, and a couple things after the auction might sell too, so you never know. But we set records. Joe Jackson, the old mill Joe Jackson, his pre-rookie card set a record at $600,000 in a PSA 3.5.
You gotta be kidding me.
Estimate was $300,000. I went double the estimate.
Unbelievable. I don't know how you guys do it. But
Lots of records. Again, records fall at Heritage. We have our April card, huge April card auction coming up on the 18th and 19th of April. We're at our consignment deadline, bringing in some incredible items for that sale. Lots of great PSA cards, 9s and 10s.
I don't know how you guys do it, Derek. I mean, you guys just keep going on and on and on and on. And by the way, again, for our audience, everybody knows we're doing a Jimmy Fun auction. Heritage Auctions has stepped up to the plate. They donated some wonderful, wonderful memorabilia. And also, Derek, thank you for your personal contribution.
Yes.
Much, much appreciated. And it's going to a
no
very,
problem.
very good
It's a great,
cause. Very good cause.
Great
Thank
cause.
you. Yeah, really.
Happy to support you guys.
Hey, are you going to be, I meant to ask you, are you going to be at the Altman show in April?
I am.
Good, because I think we're going to grab a bite, me, you, and Rico. We're going to grab some dinner.
Okay.
We probably will not, I'll be there. Rico will not be there because he's going to be parts unknown. But we'll grab a quick bite somewhere, some night.
Okay.
While that show's going
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
Maybe we'll even grab.
Are you going to be broadcasting from there this time? Or
We
no?
are not. No, we're not this year. We are not going to be broadcasting from the Altman show because we have an agreement with the other guys. But we'll be there. We'll do a couple of video spots. But I was thinking maybe we'll grab a bite, have some dinner, and have a few laughs.
Yeah, I'd love to catch up
And
with
we'll
you
even
guys.
pay for it. Rico will even pay for it.
Wow. Stay on that baseball pension.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Social Security. I'm,
Wherever
I'm
it
an old
comes up,
timer
autograph
here.
Hey, show appearances. I'll have a Heritage credit card for backup just in case.
There we go. There we go.
Thank you.
So, where are your next travel? What's your next travel assignment?
Okay, so we got the Philadelphia Sports Memorabilia Show this weekend. Joe Drellick, good friend
Sure.
of ours.
Sure.
Years,
Rico's going to be
promoting that
reading
show.
about
So
it shortly. Yeah.
We'll be down there getting consignments. It's a great show. We always do well there. We have a lot of great clients that come up from, whether they're from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Maryland. It's just such a great show. A lot of tradition there at that show.
Excellent.
Joe does a great job. So looking forward to that. That's this weekend. And then, I will be going up to, Boston again for more consignments here in the next couple weeks before the Altman show. And when somebody calls it a collection that's big, I'm on a plane. So You never know.
Do you keep records of new clients? In other words, how many new clients you had this year, last year, so on, and guys who have...
Sure, Heritage does that. I don't know for sure. We sign up new people all the time. The best part is, we have that crossover ability. If you collect coins, you can still bid in sports. If you collect purses for your wife, or your wife collects purses, she can bid in sports. If you collect art, we have over 30 different categories. You're registered. It's free to register at Heritage at ha.com. You can sign up and you can bid on. Once you're approved, you can bid in any of the auctions. Request catalogs from any of the departments.
And what's your website address?
ha.com is easy to get.
ha.com. Derek Grady.
Auctions.
Derek, we really look forward to seeing you in April, pal, and we'll have a few laughs.
Absolutely. Look forward to it, guys.
Take care.
Take care now.
All right, real quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to read this
about the
real
Philly
quick.
Show,
The Philly Show, East Coast Sports Marketing, along with Hunt Auctions, are pleased to present the Philadelphia Sports Collectors Show. This iconic show started back in 1975 and is one of the oldest running sports collectible shows in the country. Held on March 1st through March 3rd at the Valley Forge Casino Resort in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. The iconic show features 54,000 square feet of sports collectibles from the 1800s to present day. Meet superstar athletes all weekend long. Most major auction houses will be on site offering free appraisals all weekend long. Industry-leading grading and authentication companies will be accepting items with no appointment needed. For more information, go to www.phillyshow.com. That's the Philly Show, where it all started.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on. All right, listen, we got about 5 minutes. We want to talk about next Wednesday night. Hi, Joanne. Listen, again, I'm reaching out to our regulars. I'm reaching out to our regular viewers, listeners, radio listeners. Next Wednesday night, we are doing our Jimmy Fund fundraiser at Boston's on the Beach in Delray, Florida. We have some fantastic items on eBay. You can go into tomzappalamedia.com right now to just check out some of them. They're not all up yet, but it'll give you a preview of what we're going to be auctioning off. Please, we're asking all of you guys to step up to the plate. All you have to do is go on tomzappalamedia.com, hit the donate button. All the money goes, 100% of everything goes to the Jimmy Fund. I don't care if it's $10, $20, $100, $1,000. That'll be great. The night of the auction, we're going to be talking baseball. We're not talking any collectible stuff. We're going to be talking about Rico. We got Rick Snyder from Mint State's going to be working with us. We got some celebrities coming in. Former welterweight champ of the world, Tony DeMarco, is going to be with us. Tony's going to be there. As a matter of fact, here's what we're going to be offering to the people at Boston's on the Beach and to our listeners. Tony DeMarco, undisputed welterweight champ of the world. His two fights with Carmen Basilio were voted by Ring Magazine two of the 10 greatest fights of all time.
Oh, yeah,
and Rico Petrocelli, Red Sox All-Star,
what is that?
2 World Series, 40 home runs. What we're going to be doing...
Don't show that picture. We're scare people.
Tough. We're going to be offering both of these little photographs that we have. These are card photographs. Rico's going to be signing one, and Tony's going to be signing one. $25 for both. That's very, very, very reasonable.
For the Jimmy Fund, of
course. For the guys watching us, and we'll talk about it that night, all you have to do is you let us know. You can message us on the show that you're going to that you want to purchase these for $25. Make your $25 donation. Once we get the notification, we will get the card signed out to you. You can let us know if you want them personalized.
Tax deductible. Too,
They're tax deductible. So you can follow us next week, and we'll show you how you can 2 of these. Former welterweight champ Tony DeMarco, Red Sox All-Star Rico Petrocelli, $25 for both of them. That's really cheap.
Wow. We look forward to it.
Some of the items that we're going to be auctioning on eBay, unbelievable. We've got one of Ted Williams' personal fishing rods, Ty Cobb signed checks. We have what else? We got Red Sox Yankees tickets, July 25th. Great seats, Fenway Park, 4 seats.
Nice.
Red Sox Yankees. We've got signed baseballs. We have Ted Williams signed bats. What else? We got
Holt, his bat.
David Price signed jerseys.
David Price, that's last year's number. He changed his number.
I know
so
that.
that's this is really, I think it's going to be.
For you non-sports guys, we've got autographed memorabilia from Disney, stuff like Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, all kinds of movie stuff signed.
Oh, yeah.
We've
A lot
got
of stuff.
autographed baseballs, a lot of autographed baseballs from former Red Sox players.
Tune in. That's the key.
We have a Hall of Fame pin that belonged to Chub Feeney that for the bench, Yaz
Induction in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All kinds of good stuff. So
Great stuff.
Anyway, with that being said, Rico, I look forward to it. Please, I'm asking all of you guys, please, we're asking you to come to the plate. Cancer has touched all of us, and we want to really cut kids' cancer. So, with that being said, Rico,
hey,
I'll see you next week in Delray Beach.
All right.
Louis, thanks for all
Take
your
care,
help
everyone.
tonight. And to our listening audience, viewers, and friends, happy collecting.